Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with How Loud Are the Whispers by Sanabas. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have counting circles in the grid. The way these work is if a digit appears in a circle, it appears that many times exactly in circles. So if this was a 2, then it has to appear exactly 2 times in our circles. These would have to be different digits. And so that's how that works. We also have whisper lines in the grid. So whatever is in the circle determines our difference of n. So let's say we had a 3 in the circle. Then a 3 in the circle would tell us that we have a difference of 3 in all adjacent digits along here. So let's say this was a 2. Then next to the 2, we could put a 5 or a 6. Because 5 minus 2 is 3, 6 minus 2 is 4. Those are both at least 3. But I can't put like a 3 here because 3 minus 2 is 1, and that is not at least 3. Definitely can't put a 2 here because 2 minus 2 is 0. Difference of 0 is not at least 3. So, and that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, so we have 4 counting circles, and with counting circles, the way to think about it, at least initially, is the unique digits on the circles sum to the total number of circles. So in this case, the unique digits sum to 4. Why is that? Well, if I use a 2, then that's going to use up 2 of my circles. So that unique digit of 2 brought us 2 closer to our total of 4. And then if I put, say, a 3 here, we know that's not going to work because 3 plus 2 is 5. And indeed, we do need a total of 5 circles to use a 3 and a 2. So actually, in order to add to 4, the only options with unique digits are 1, 3, and just a singular 4. So it is possible that these could all be 4s. Okay, but the circle is part of our German whisper line, or sorry, our whisper line. So if this was a 4, what are we putting next to the 4? We have to be at least 4 different. Well, we're not going up to 8. That's not in the puzzle. We're not going down to 0. That's not in the puzzle. So that actually doesn't work. So it looks like we are doing 1s and 3s only. So 3 3s and then a 1 to get to 4. A German whisper 3 can only be next to 6. So actually, this is just our standard German whisper. That's why I call it German whisper. A 3 forces 6. It's the only thing that's 3 away. And that, in general, the only thing that's exactly n away from n is 2n, because we're not going to subtract n and get 0. So, all right. So we have 2 6s looking up. There's a 6 in one of these two. This one can't be a 3 because it would make both of these a 6. 3 is kind of a special digit on a German whisper line, so it's a little bit limiting. In that there's only one digit that's at least 3 away, which is the 6. So if this was 3, this would be double 6, and that breaks things. So this is our 1, making both of these a 3. So now we know the value of all of our whispers. The 1 just says don't repeat digits. So the only thing this 1 is doing is saying this can't be a 1. Otherwise, we're completely free to do what we want on this line. So we just have to remember that's not 1. I think I should color. So I'm going to make all of our high digits orange and all of our low digits blue. We're just splitting 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6 into low and high. Now, why are we doing that? Well, I guess this is a 6, this is a 6, just from what I was saying earlier. But when you're low, you can't subtract 3, so you have to add at least 3, and that gets you high. And when you're high, you can't add 3, so you have to subtract at least 3, and so that makes you low. So this is going to be low and then high and then low. This is going to be low and then high. All right. So what's next? So lows can't be 6, right? So this 6 looking in, this 6 looking in tells us that that is a 6, and that's orange. That places the 6 in this box, and that is our final 6. How about 1s? Not really. 1's one of these two. Okay, so from 6, we're very open. This is 4 or 5. So these can't be 3. I guess we already knew they weren't 3. They're 1, 2. Oh, this can't be 1 or 3, so that's a 2. 2 can't be next to 4, so that's 5. 5 could be next to 1 or 2. So there's a 2 in one of these two. And so this has to be high because it's just not 1, 2, or 3. So it's a 4 or 5. What's next? 1 doesn't repeat here. So actually 1's in one of these two. That points up, this one looks up. That places this one and that too. Wow. Okay, so these are all low. Oopsie. These are all low. These are all high. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So what's next? 2 in this box, or this 3 looks down, this 3 looks in. That places a 3 here. These 2 3s look down, putting a 3 in one of these two. These are just 1, 2, 4. That's not a 1. This line doesn't do anything anymore. We already... Oh, I guess this doesn't repeat here either. Does that matter? Actually, it does. This is 2 or 4. But it doesn't repeat next to itself because of the difference of at least 1. So this digit here can't go here. It can't repeat in its box, and it's just not a 3 or a 6, according to my center mark, is 2 or 4. So the only place it can go in this column is here, which actually forces it to be a 4 or a 5. So the only thing it can do is be a 4, which is high. That's a 1, 2 pair. That's low. This is now high, and it's a 4. That's 5. 4 and 5. That's a 5. This is a known digit. This is 5. It's high. This is high, and it's a 4. This is a 2, 3 pair. They're both low. This is a high 4. This is 1 or 2. This is not a 1, so that's 2 and that's 1. So blue, we get the 3 and 2, 2 and 1. Let's see, this is blue, and this is orange. All right, so this is our 2, our 3, and our 5. All right, neat puzzle, Sanabas. I enjoyed that. Yeah, wasn't hard to rule out which one had to be the 1 because the specialty of 3. And this kind of reminded us that 3 had to be double 6, so that was something else to look for. What else can I say about this puzzle? It was good. I liked this logic. I don't know if there was another way forward. There might have been, but I liked the logic of where does this digit go in this column, which was unlocked by the fact that a difference of 1 means you can't repeat. And so this had to end up there. That was really neat. All right. Well, let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.